From Tokyo One Way, Yokoso, welcome to my channel. Today I wish to talk to you about my first boyfriend here in Japan. That was the first time that I was dating a Japanese man, and it happened about more than 20 years ago. So why I'm making this video? I don't know if persons like him are actually still behaving like he was behaving with me nowadays between young persons, and also because he was very different from my husband, and although they have quite the same age. So when I was here in Japan at the time, I was attending a school, a Japanese language school, and working part-time as the regulation permitted. And I met this guy because he was taking Italian language lessons from me, and he began to phone me every night and to talk to me for hours, and that was very good for me because instead of him learning Italian, I was learning Japanese, and he taught me a very nice and polite Japanese. He always used the polite form because he said my Japanese was so nice, and that I should not pick up the habit to talk as everyone is talking in society, but to maintain this kind of let's say elegance in the speaking. Anyway, we started dating after a while because he was after me, but I was not so much into him. So then what happened? I'm sorry. We started dating, and I began to notice something that I really didn't understand, and I really didn't like it. For example, when we were taking a walk together, he was always walking 1 or 2 meters in front of me, and I always said, why I am late in walking? Are you too quick in walking, or why you leave me behind? You see that I'm behind. Why don't you stop and wait for me? And he said to me that in Japan was custom that women have to walk behind the man. So I told him, I found this very unpolite. We are going to make a walk. You stand at my side, otherwise I will walk away, and you will not even notice because you are in front of me, and go to take a walk by myself because it's like being alone. Then he explained me that this is an old tradition, that man has to walk in front of the lady, because in old times samurai or men walked in front of the lady, because if there was some danger, he could face the danger immediately, and the woman being beside could escape in search of cover, or anyhow would be protected by the man. Okay, I said, you are not anymore in the samurai period, so now please walk next to me. Okay, we resolved that point. Another thing was that he was working. He was he was working, and he was working lots of hours, I should say, but he had Sunday and Monday, Saturday and Sunday free. So what happened? He had many interests, and we couldn't met on the Saturday. We met only on the Sunday. Okay, if you have your things to do, I don't want you to quit them for me. But he was doing so many things that I thought in myself, for me he's throwing away his money, because you can't have so many hobbies, and you have to focus on one or two, and then proceed in the learning and get some kind of satisfaction. If you do 5 or 6 types of hobbies, you do every one at not medium level. You have very little knowledge of what you are doing. You don't proceed in learning because you have so many other things to do. So you will always be in the lowest level possible, and you will never learn to be, for example, a good tennis player, or learn English language, and then he took Italian language lesson, and then trumpet, and then magic courses, and this and that, golf, and moreover, these are all expensive. Not all, but most of them were expensive hobbies. Okay, then when we were meeting on the Sunday, every time we went to a restaurant, or anyhow, when we met, you always had to pay everything for me. And the first couple of times, I said, okay, he is inviting me, I let him pay. But after, when we become more related, I said, it made me uncomfortable, because I said, let's split the bill, or I will pay my part and you will pay for your part, but you don't have always to pay. That's not fair, and it really makes me uncomfortable. He didn't want to. But the other thing that made me uncomfortable was that when we were entering a restaurant, an izakaya, it could be a high-level restaurant as a small shop on the street. He would take the menu without asking me anything. He would order our dinner or lunch, and that was over. So I was like, the first times I said, okay, he's paying he invited me. I don't want to be rude. Maybe this is the custom. But then, when the time passed by, I said, no, why are you ordering? You don't even know yet what I like and what I don't like. What if I'm hungry, or if I just want to have something like a salad? Why are you ordering for me? And I said, no, from now on, I'm going to pay for my dinner or lunch, and I'm going to order what I want. Okay. He said, okay. So, the first time that I managed to grab the menu and order what I wanted, he ordered something for him. Okay. When the food arrived, I ordered gyoza for me. Gyoza with some rice. He ordered, I don't remember, was some kind of what was that? Yakisoba or ramen. I really don't remember. Ramen, I think, because I didn't even taste it. And did he do? There were 4 gyoza on the plate, and he took 2 of them and he ate them. So, and I was like, first, they were my gyoza. Second, you should ask, may I have a bite, or may I try one? You take 2 out of 4, you eat it, and that was my lunch. So I had my bowl of rice with 2 gyoza. Why we should order another plate of gyoza if you wanted to have gyoza? Why take from mine? Okay, that was another thing that really got it on my nerves. And I remember also that in that times, when you went in a very elegant restaurants, they gave, here in Japan, they gave the menu to both the man and the woman, but on the woman's menu, there were not listed the prices. So that was another thing that made me so uncomfortable, because you want to order, you are in an elegant restaurant. I mean, you know that it could be a little bit expensive, but I don't want to seem stingy, but I would like to see how much things cost. Otherwise, what should I do? I should go for a salad, one of the less pricey things. While the man, he had all the prices, and that time I was his guest, and I don't like, I could have said, okay, I take something I like, but then he was paying for the bill, and I didn't want to be, how can I say, the one taking advantage. Lobster, or crabs, I'm going to take this because today I really want to eat lobster. No, I will never do something like this. Also, if there were the prices, I will always try to accommodate so that the partner should not be burdened too much by being so polite to invite me off for dinner or lunch or whatever it is. Okay. So these are little things that just caught my attention, and I was a little bit surprised. Anyhow, he then brought me to his home to introduce me to his family, and he was an only child, and we went to meet his parents. I said, oh, okay. I didn't think much. I didn't know if it was something so important or something so special in meeting the parents. I mean, you can meet the parents, but it's not that you're going to marry that person, or just to let them know who are you going out with or something like this. Anyhow, when I went to his house, I realized that he came from money. They had money. The family really had money. And not that I was interested particularly, sincerely. But anyhow, the parents were very kind with me, and they prepared something to eat. They were also so polite to choose something to eat that I could eat. Probably told them that I didn't eat sushi, sashimi, all raw food, like raw meat, raw fish. I can eat it. And we chat a little bit, and then I went back home. But so going on with this relation, I noticed that his mother sometimes was giving me presents or advices that I personally found a little bit offensive. Like I don't know, not used to do some things, or maybe not educated too much to know some things. And I remember once she told me, because I've always been very slim. I've always been very slim. And she said to his son, joking, yeah, we all know that Italian ladies, they are slim until they marry, and then after they have married, they became like this. And I said, sincerely, it's not true, but you know, there are stereotypes, and sometimes for ignorance, people think that that's true. And there are many bad stereotypes about Italy that still goes on, but don't reflect the reality. Anyhow, he seemed to be quite into me, and one day he asked me if I wanted to go with him to see a model house. It's, how can I say, there are all these houses built which function as models. So you can choose the model of the house, and they will build the exact model for you. And there were many types, and if you want to you could change something in the interior. For example, if you don't want flooring to be dark, you could have the light ones or details. Anyhow, I said, no, I'm not interested in seeing model houses. Why should we? And he said, no, because I was thinking maybe I could buy a house. I said, no, let's go another day. No, I don't. I was really not interested. I wasn't thinking about what, are you going to buy a house and then we are going to live together in the house? I, anyhow, one day, out of the blue, he came and he said to me, our relation isn't going anywhere, and anyhow, I want to split. And I said, all of a sudden, and give me some reasons. What have I done? It's something happened. And he said, no, it's something like I don't love you anymore. And then he said, and then my mother told me that will never work out between us because you are too white. But you knew I was white. And what's the problem being white? And he said, no, you are too white and you appear too much. Everyone will immediately understand that you are not Japanese. If you were from some other Asian country, maybe it could have worked, but no, like this is it's not good. Okay. We broke up and over. So I was shocked at the beginning. It never happened to me to be judged on the color of my skin. And okay, it happens. It happens. No, not no problem, but unfortunately it happens. But then, thinking back, I really am thankful to his mother because she opened my eyes. She opened my eyes, and that was something that maybe I would have understood later on. But this was so direct, so strong, that she just gave me a wake-up call. Anyhow, after that, I stayed here in Japan, then I went back to Italy, I came to Japan again, and then I met the man that will become my future husband. And he is a Japanese man. He doesn't speak English or Italian, and it's completely different from the person I've spoken in this video. So what I wanted to say, there are many persons in Japan, and sometimes you can find the wrong one or those who can hurt you, but they are not all the same. There are also good persons, like my husband, that will do anything for you, like he does for me, and that bad person, ignorant person, person with closed mind, or how can I say, insensible, you will find this kind of persons everywhere, in every country. So don't judge. If you have a bad experience in Japan, don't get too much traumatized, or don't give immediately up, because in Japan, as in the rest of the world, there are good things, there are bad things, and there are things where you have to reach a compromise. Anyhow, I don't know if someone of you had the same experience with a Japanese man. If you had, leave me a comment. And thank you for watching this video. I hope I didn't offend anybody. It was not my intention. What I am saying is all my ideas and my judgments and my thoughts, which doesn't reflect, which are mine. It doesn't apply for everyone. And also, this man that told me that he was leaving me because I was white, I don't hate him. He is like this. I hope he now has a family, children, that he is happy, and his mother is happy, and he goes with his life, I go on with mine. So hold on, be strong, till the next time. Bye! Voilà! No, ti metti bene, fatti vedere. Chi sei tu? Oh, vieni tu. Vieni. Oh, là, vieni, Chandra. Oh, oh, là. Eccoti qui. Fatti vedere come sei bello. Che cane bellissimo. Che cane bellissimo. Che cane bellissimo. Ti fai vedere bene? Fai vedere anche la faccetta di qua. Che bello. Che bello. Che bello. Sì. Oh, adesso no, adesso buoni.